In a social media post, President Trump called the rising oil prices a, quote, very small price to pay. The real question is, how long does this last? If this situation continues for weeks or even months, then you will start hearing concerns about a recession in the U.S. economy.
Did you fill up today or just...
No, I just got $15.
Is that because it's high?
Yeah, I can't afford to fill up right now. Payday isn't right now. I don't know that we're going to wake up from one day to the next, to be honest.
The only thing that I know that the prices went up, it's not good. So he's the president, so he needs to consider it when the prices goes up. It's not good for the lives of the people.
Gas prices in the US have been rising since the war in Iran began. They've gone up on average about 50 cents a gallon. And here in DC, that puts it about $3.50. Now, in Australian terms, a litre works out about 125 Australian here. That might not seem much, but motorists here are already feeling the pinch.
I just heard up 50 cents on the dollar so far since the war. Probably get a little worse before it levels out, would be my guess.
The president says, look, they will go up for a short time, but it's worth it for America's security. What do you think about that?
We don't really know how long this is going to take. We don't know how long his war is going to be. So it's uncertainty. He does never really tell us anything clear to us.
President Trump says oil prices will drop dramatically once the mission in Iran is complete. And he says that higher prices are a small price to pay for world peace and security.
I felt pretty secure 3 weeks ago before this war, so I'm not really sure what he's talking about.
This is the book of 2 Ezra 8 and 50 in the GNT, and it reads, "The people of this world who have lived their lives in pride and arrogance will suffer many things in the last days." First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS for teaching real well, who taught me this truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing his word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. Now we pray that this quick lesson be edifying to your elect. So lock here. See if I can pause this. Oh, that's all good. So as you brothers and sisters seen in the opening clip, you know, a lot of financial woes are continuing to bombard Babylon the Great, man, and its citizens, man. And all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for that, because these devils have been walking in great pride. You know, I'm talking about mainly, you know, these damn Edomites, these heathen, and 2/3 of our people, man, walking around acting like their shit don't stink, and now they're starting to feel, you know, their feet are being put to the fire, man. You know, they're starting to feel that pressure, man. You know, this land. Let's get that. This is Ezekiel 38 and 11. "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates," man. You know, so the majority of the people here in Babylon are just chilling, man. Going day to day, ain't worried about nothing. You know, I say it all the time. You know, I see Edomites, men walking around, and women walking around with coffee cups, walking their dogs, women with the damn yoga mats, men and women running up and down the street all fucking day long. All these Edomites do is fucking run. I swear that's all these niggas know how to fucking do, is just fucking run and walk their dogs. But that's what you see all day. Jake, you know, talking shit, you know, sitting on their porch, talking shit on the corner, you know. Ain't nobody worried about nothing, man. Everybody's chilling for the most part, you know. So the Lord's gonna come and visit this place, and the Lord is visiting this place, man. It's only gonna get worse, man. So let's read some of this, and I get a couple of precepts. I don't want to make this too long. So this is from the Hill, and it reads: gas price surge over Iran hits Americans. Babylonians already struggling with affordability. So here it is. People in Babylon are already struggling, and now this is only going to make it even worse. And DJ Nero Trump is basically saying that, well, you know, that's a minor sacrifice that he doesn't have to make, right? Or his family or his friends. But that's a minor sacrifice that has to be made in order to establish peace. You know? And that's a damn devil for you, man. So it says, high fuel prices caused by the conflict in Iran threaten to worsen affordability issues that ordinary Americans face. And some economists are warning that a prolonged conflict could pull the U.S. into a recession, right? And as the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, you know, when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? The keepers of the house go into the economists, man. And it says, oil prices have jumped in the wake of U.S. attacks on Iran. International benchmark Brent crude was trading at about $101 per barrel as of Thursday afternoon, while U.S. benchmark West Texas intermediate crude was trading at $96 per barrel. That's up from about $73 and $67 respectively before the start of the conflict. Gasoline prices, which are largely dependent on oil costs, were up too. The average U.S. gas price was about $3.60 per gallon for regular Thursday, up from $2.94 a month prior. So look at that jump, man. The average person's budget is very tight, right? Most people are living check by check. It says low and moderate income families have very little discretionary income. So if their cost of gasoline goes up $50 a month, that's not affordable. Then they have to sacrifice something else, said Mark Wolf, Executive Director of National Energy Assistance Directors Association. Wolf estimated that if oil is trading at $78 per barrel, the average household spends $163 on gas per month. If that number goes up to $90 a barrel, the average household pays $180 a month. At $100 per barrel, the average household is paying $198. Look at that. So if you look at, it's ridiculous, man. But this is the will of the Lord, man. This is the will of the Lord. Let's get this real quick, because this is what the Lord said. He's plaguing Babylon, man, and you Americans, man. Revelation 6:6 in the NLT, and this is what and as the price of oil goes up, the price of gas goes up, the price of diesel goes up. That means that the food chain is going to be affected too, because if the truckers have to pay more money to put fuel or diesel in the trucks to drive it, that means that the companies are going to charge the store more money to deliver the goods, which means the store is going to charge the consumer more money to buy the goods. Shit rolls downhill. That's how it works. It's all falls, it all rolls downhill, man. And you people, that are believing in Babylon and all this, silly ass, Israelites that are, saying, God loves everybody and America's gonna bounce back and all that. Yeah, you're gonna catch the brunt of all this shit, man, because you're not gonna have no covering. When shit hits the fan, if you don't got Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi on your side, you're through, man. As most people in this world are. Revelation 6:6. And I heard a voice from among the four living beings say, a loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay. Imagine working a whole day to just afford a loaf of bread. That's the times that we're coming into, man. You can't even a personal testimony. I have an Acura, and it requires premium gas, 93 high octane, right? And I went to the gas station the other day, and I for you brothers that know, I do app jobs and everything, so my car is my workhorse, So I was like, damn, well, let me just put, I was on E, and I had to, do a couple orders. So I'm like, all right, well, let me just put it in 10 real quick, so I make the money, and then I'll put some more gas later. I go to the damn Sunoco here in Massachusetts, and I'm like, okay, cool, $10, I'll get a little something, whatever. I didn't even get 2 gallons of gas with $10. Didn't even get 2 gallons. So how much more as this whole conflict, so to speak, with Iran and Babylon and those small hats continues on? It's only gonna get worse, and it's gonna be more taxing on the citizens, man. And it's all leading up to Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble, man. So Revelation 6:6, and I heard a voice from among the 4 living beings, in the NLT, say, a loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay, and don't waste the oil, olive oil, and wine. Right? So the point being, it's gonna be hard to make money out here, man. Let's get that scripture right quick. And it's beautiful because now these devils who didn't care about the suffering of Israel, right? These Edomites, so self-proclaimed white people, and these heathens, now they're starting to feel the curses, man. This is Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little, right? Now they're starting to see how Jake has been, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now these Edomites and these other heathen are starting to see what Jake has been going through for so long. Working all the goddamn time. Working hard, back-breaking labor a lot of time. Dealing with, unruly customers and, dealing in traffic or whatever. Heat and, calluses on their feet and hands, and just doing the most strenuous work, right? A lot of Israelites have been doing to make nothing, to make little, doing all this backbreaking work to make little, And now these heathen and especially these damn Edomites, man, they're starting to feel it, man. I see it all the time. I see it every time I go outside the crib, man. I see the looks on their face. They're stressing out. They got more and more wrinkles on their forehead. They're looking hurt, man. And that's the Lord. Let's go over to that real quick before we bounce back. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. It was no problem here in this bitch ass country, America, right? There was no problem when it was only you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans suffering. Nobody had, the media had nothing to say about it. There wasn't all these massive amounts of, articles and all that, and talking points, and president mentioning things, and different senators and Congress talking about this and passing legislation. Nah, it was none of that. But now, that little old Becky down the street, she went to college for 4 years. She can't find a fucking job. Now she's working at McDonald's, and she has to work at an app job, and she can't even afford to get out of her parents' basement. Now it's a problem. Yeah, cry me a river. Deuteronomy 30:7 again. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Right? What's one of the curses? Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much, you work hard, and bring in little. You don't make shit. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes, man. Everybody talks about getting the bag. Well, the bag is full of holes, man. Most people's bag is full of holes, man. You get a bag, you work hard all goddamn day, all goddamn week, all goddamn month, just to give it away to some asshole that's sitting in an office working for some corporation somewhere. Just to have the regular shit that you need. Clothes, fucking food, water, shelter, right? The necessities of life. You gotta work your ass off just to barely have that. You know? They don't talk about the homelessness going on here in America. How rampant it is. All the foreclosures that's going on. All the people that are skipping meals. But that's okay, right? That's okay because the mighty great leader of Babylon, aka America, says that that's a small price for peace, man. Trump suggests, this is from PBS, Trump suggests high oil prices are a positive after bragging about low gas prices last month. Says since starting a war with Iran caused oil and gasoline prices to spike, President Donald Trump has pivoted from a focus on keeping energy prices low to painting high oil prices as a positive. The about face comes as Trump's team has struggled to offer a clear plan for opening up the critical Strait of Hormuz so that tankers full of oil and natural gas are no longer stranded. The quote, the United States is the largest oil producer in the world by far, so when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money, Trump said Thursday on his social media site. So You already see where the minds of these devils are, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 10:3. An unwise king destroyeth his people. This is the foolishness of these Edomites, man. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, man. Because these devils are not profitable to anything, man. You know, as the scriptures say, what's that, Proverbs? 29, yep, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Ain't nobody rejoicing right now. Everybody's everybody's mourning. Well, let's finish reading it. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So we can already tell what time we're in. We can already tell who's ruling the earth. The wicked, because all the people are mourning. I mean, we could tell that by a lot of different ways, but that's one of many. You know, one of a plethora of ways that we could tell who's ruling the earth, man. The fact that nobody should feel comfortable allowing their child to walk around freely anywhere without the fear of them being snatched up and trafficked proves that where this is a wicked world, man. As the beloved elder Yahawah says, this is a haunted house, man. This is a goddamn haunted house. You know, most people look forward to going to sleep because being awake is a goddamn nightmare, man. It's a fucking nightmare. Every damn second in this cesspool they call America, under these demons rule, right? The wicked, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Under these damn devils, this shit is hell on earth, man. The air is polluted. The water's polluted. You know, the food is polluted. The media, you know, the minds of the people are polluted. Everything is full of lies and toxicity. You know, everywhere you look. They got this AI bullshit going on. You don't even know what the fuck is real or what's fake anymore. Sorceries everywhere. We got to get out of here, man. We got to get out of here. Shit is vexing, man. You know, but the believers in Yahawashi, we have hope though, man. When the rest of the world, they don't have no hope, man. You know, we trust in Yahawashi with all our heart, mind, and soul, man. You know. So let's end off on this. I don't want to make this too long, because this is where we're at, you know, and this is all prophecy, man. All praise to Yahawashi, man. The words of the Lord are indeed faithful and true. So we are indeed seeing the downfall of our enemies, man. You know? This is Isaiah 24:7. The new wine mourneth. The vine languisheth. All the merry-hearted do sigh, man. I mean, I see people all the time just got this grim look on their face, man. Mainly Edomites, man. They're trying to hold on to it or whatever, but niggas is worried, man. You know? And rightfully so, man. How you gonna sit here and be a part of a lineage of evil, man, and think that the shit is just you're gonna sail off into the sunset, lie to everybody, and say that God looks like you, His only begotten Son looks like you, the prophets look like you, all the inventors of everything in the world looks like you, the angels, anything that's good has got to be a goddamn pale face. You just thought that shit was just gonna ride forever, huh? It just shows how stupid these damn crackers really are, man. And Yahawashi revealing them right before our very eyes, man. As the scriptures say, he shall make Esau bare. You know? Isaiah 24:8. The mirth of Tabret ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceases. Man, people aren't, they can't even afford to go to the club, man. People don't go to the bars like that as much. People don't go out to eat as much. I mean, we just spoke about earlier, people are skipping meals. So if they're skipping meals in their house so they can feed their children, they damn sure ain't going out to eat like that. You know? And now, if you want to take your family to the restaurant and you got to fucking put more money towards your gas, if it's going to be an extra $50 a month, let's say, that $50 that you might have used to take your family out to get pizza, now you can't even do it. Because now you got to put the shit in the fucking car. Babylon is through, man. It's through. I see constantly more and more people at the smoke shop, you know, smoking and buying, you know, their bud and all that shit, drinking. Because people are trying to cope with all the hell that's coming upon them, man. A lot of Edomites, man, all the time, all day. Isaiah 24:9. They shall not drink wine with a song. People are what people would do, pop a bottle to celebrate, you know, and rejoice. That's not happening. It says strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Right? So they're drinking it to wash away their sorrows, man. That's what's happening. The city of confusion, Babylon, is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man might come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets, right? For this knowledge. And that's where it's coming to, man. As we always say, for you Israelites, man, get it while the getting is good. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone, man. And this place is through, man. Shit is deflated. America is through. Deflated. You know, it is done. And it's only going to get worse before the ultimate destruction when our Lord and Savior Yahawashi comes and completely annihilates this cesspool they call America, man. So I hope and pray this lesson was edifying. In closing, I want to thank Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of this bitch. Salutations, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom, abab abal, and kwam yasharallah. Hey, shalom. To the next one.